Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big 30-yard play on third.
And the Packer first down.
¡258! ¡Hey, tight, tight!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Rodgers again now. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Green 18! Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 35.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
That one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
It's a foot race. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll try to run forward with Davis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch his flag.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Rodgers now. After the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Got four down. Shift.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And we got to get to the ball. Protein spill. Check 24. Ready?
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready up. 50, Mike, 50. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one into the hands of Burton. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter.
Let's keep this. Serious game, boy.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Rock it. Come. Fire.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Ready. 70, Indy. Get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dean Lowry, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Check. Hey, 626.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 15 yards on the play. First down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings us 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. 15. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Possession on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
A first down carry for Davis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's got the hookup with Conley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Go! 52.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now operating from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Let's go, D.
Go.
On 1st down, Davis. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
He's coming, double up. Switch. Hey, switch gears.
Davis. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check the big right. Shift. Watch the shift.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check. Fresno.
26.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Blue jaw quarters.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Able to find Shaheen here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 31, check 31.
Topper. Beat them.
They try again with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Here I come. Check 3.
6-6, bullet high. Ready.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
They don't want it.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the run. Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Completes it to Davis. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it... through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And a Packer first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
15 on it. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
2nd and 11.
Let's get off the field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Alpha. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Dean Lowry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
50's the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Hey, wahoo. Hit it.
They'll set up to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, lock it. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Now.
They'll run with Davis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's it, That's it. That's it. Big hit.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 8, read. Check. 42. Gone. 80 weapon.
SOS.
Check.
Hatchet.
Again, it's Cohen. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Twist. Kill.
Rock it.
No. Off. Check safety.
Ready.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
They went for broke on 3rd down, and it would have really lit up the sideline if that one had worked. What do they do now on 4th down?
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. Breaks a tackle. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the... And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Leo! Check 9. He's great. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
On the set. Mike 50. You're out. It's just me and you. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Hard.
Check 6 guard.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check. Get it.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The tackle made by Shelby Harris.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You don't want no problems with me.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So out comes the field goal team once more. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch the twist.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Now.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, the offense gets to take the knee, but the defense should take a bow on that sidelines. What a game, shutting him out.
I like the way you put it there. You wordsmithed that one perfectly. Take a knee offense, you get to celebrate, you got the win, but defensively, wow, they'll be sailing as they go forward.
33, Packers nothing.